Hello there, virtual racers. This is Sim Racing Jason and you are watching Pitlanes Sim Racing. And today's video is all about the 2021 iRacing Season 3 build. As you know, every 12 weeks, iRacing releases a new season, build, update, whatever you choose to call it, where they introduce a whole raft of new content, fixes, updates. This build is no exception. There is a massive great big change log, as there always is. I'll put a link to that in the description so you can read that over a cup of coffee. Here we're just going to focus on some of the new content, some of the more high profile updates and changes that are coming in this new build. So let's get stuck in. First up, we got some cars. We have a free car, the Formula Vee. What a cheeky little thing this is. Low powered, it's only a Beetle engine. We've got no aero on it, it's all mechanical grip. They're lively to drive because of the groove tyres. It keeps the contact patch down and it means that the rubber moves about. They're all about momentum. They haven't got the torque to pull down from low from the rev range, so you need to be smooth. You need to keep the revs up and keep the forward momentum going. These are going to have massive participation because it's free. Everybody's going to want to try it out. So you've got the new effect, the free effect. Be prepared. I can see that these are going to be pack racing. You're going to be racing 4 wide lap after lap. And you're either going to come through, take the checkered flag, or you're going to be upside down with 4 wheels pointing in all the opposite directions. Either way, you're guaranteed fun. We have another new car, not a free one. This will have to be purchased. And it's a new GT3 car, the Porsche 911 GT3R. I don't know what it is, but I still get excited about a new Porsche. I know this one's out in various other sim racing titles already, but it's always interesting to see what each sim title developer team, how they approach it, and what their end result is and what it feels like compared to other sims. So I will be buying this one. I will be racing it. Quite how I slot it in with the my current favourite BMW GT3 car, I don't know. I might race one week, one another, but we'll see. But I want to buy it, I want to try it out, I want to make a video about it. All of you in the dirt side, especially on the Rallycross, we all know that those World Championship Rallycross cars are mental. You dive in one and it's just an assault. Everything just comes at you, not only at 100 miles an hour but sideways. So they got this new car, again it's free and it's based on the Beetle and it's a light version, so you've got 300 brake horsepower, so you've got a little bit of time to think, you know, and it's a good way to dip your toe in the water, see whether you like Rallycross, again because it's free. And I think, you know, the dirt side, the Rallycross, is having a bit of a revamp in this build, so participation should be good. I might be tempted. I've done a little bit of Rallycross, found it was a bit extreme for me. I prefer the consistency of a tarmac surface, but who knows, it might pull me back in. And here is my current GT3 favourite, the BMW M4. It was released in between builds in a sort of a early release format. I haven't noticed any real issues with it. I've enjoyed driving it. It's actually hit the virtual world before the real world. I think with everything that's been going on in the world, it may not have had a race yet. It might have just hit the track. Not 100% sure. But this car has received an overhaul. Of course, BMW have been testing it. They've done further work on the car, fed the information back through to iRacing, so iRacing have given it a makeover. It's now not an early release, first release, it's now a full release. So this is going to be interesting because I've driven this car a lot in the last season. I can't wait to see what those new wave of improvements do to the car. I'm expecting nothing less than a win with it now, so we shall see. Another car that's had a makeover is the classic Spec Racer. This is a really popular car. Participation is through the roof and it is ultra competitive. So now we've got, you know, it follows the latest Gen 3 version of the Spec Racer. It weighs less, more agile, higher top speed. So it's going to be more nimble. So it's, you know, when it comes to cornering, side-by-side racing, things should be a little closer, a little bit more hectic, but it's definitely going to be a lot more fun. So all you spec racers out there, I think this is one for you. You're going to love this. What have we got track-wise? Okay, coming out just before this new build, which is unusual. It must have been to tie into an event somewhere they had, is the Chicago Street Circuit. I haven't tried it out yet. I'm a bit of a Marmite man when it comes to street tracks. Some I love, some I hate. You have to be precise. You know, those walls around a street circuit aren't very forgiving. I need a little margin of error with my driving, so I haven't tried it out. But I can see that being popular. Although I believe it may well feature on the NASCAR series rather than on the road series, but all will be revealed as the season goes through and the schedules all come out. We've got the Nashville Super Speedway. Now, I quite often race the trucks. That's about a limit of my skill. And I like the bigger tracks. I like the super speedways. Yeah, I like something where you've got a chance on a back straight just to take a breather, take a moment, brace yourself for another 3 wide moment as you go on to the banking section. I don't really get on with the short tracks, the short ovals. I avoid them. I just don't want to be a liability on track for all the others. But yeah, if this super speedway comes up with the trucks, I'm on it. I'm going to give it a go. And then, out of the blue, little surprise. Didn't know anything about it. They hadn't teased it. They hadn't spoke about it. We have got the Red Bull Ring. I am a fan of the Red Bull Ring. I know it's, you know, it's not always on the top of people's go-to tracks, but I like it. I play it a lot in other sims. I get on well with it. I like, say, Red Bull Ring, Bathurst, Imola, Alton Park. When tracks like that come up on a schedule, I'm on it. I'll race just about anything around there. So we've got, you know, a new GT3 car. We got a new GT3 track, that features on several GT3 real world schedules. So I'm hoping these two are going to come together. You know, it's make a nice change from going to Spa, wasn't it, in the GT3. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I like the Red Bull Ring. I enjoy racing around it. I do fairly well there. That's famous last words. But yeah, I think that's a great addition. We had Hockenheim in the last build. They're starting to build up the roster of really high profile European tracks. And I like that. I think it's good. Right, so we got some new series. Of course, we were going to have the Formula Vee series. It's a new car, got to have a new series because it's a spec single make series in the real world. So it's going to follow that in the virtual world as well. So that's going to be very popular. You won't struggle to get a race there. This is interesting. The LMP2s are going to get their own fixed series. Of course, before now, they've always been multi-class, mixed in with the GTEs, which has led to a lot of discussion between LMP2 and GTE drivers as to the best way to pass or be passed. So now, well, if you want to drive an LMP2 and don't want to have to worry about all the inherent dangers that multi-class driving brings, well, you've got your own series now. And it's fixed, another fixed series. They're growing in popularity. Each build sees more fixed series coming. I had the LMP2. I have tried it for a couple of races. I did struggle. I don't lean on it enough. I don't use the aero and the tyre grip that these cars generate enough. So I wasn't very competitive in it, but I don't know. There's something about it that draws me back in. So depending on the schedule, what circuits come up, I think at some point during the build, the new season, sorry, I think I'll have to give it a go. What else we got? We got New Outlaws Sprint Car Series, fixed series. You know, we all know about the Dirt story. It was It was teased as an April Fool, then a year later it came out for real. There are some free content, free tracks. Everybody dived in, including myself. It never really suited me. As I say, I'm not a dirt driver. I'm a tarmac driver. Not a very good one at that, some people say. But it's nice to see that they're looking at it, they're concentrating on it, they're bringing out new series, hopefully to help with participation, because it was massive. Then it sort of, and I know they're trying to up that curve and give it an uptick. Things like that going to help. And what else? We got a fixed F3 championship. So F3s, they have had their own championship, but of course it was open. Now it's fixed. I know it creates a lot of debate in the community about fixed and open series. I don't mind either way. I do tend to lean towards a fixed series if it's available, only because I don't have the time and the knowledge required to build and test a setup, you know, work, family life. So if I can take one variable out of the mix, so if I can jump into a race, and the reason why I didn't do well was either because I'm just not very good, or I couldn't get on top of that particular setup, it's kind of easier to take. But if you don't do well, because you never want to blame yourself, you're always thinking, oh, did I have that setup right? Was the tyre pressures too high, too low? Did I have too much, too little rear wing? So it just takes that variable out. It means that you can use the time to practice the circuit rather than tune the setup. So it means you can get more races in, and love them or hate them, the participation is always high in fixed series, and new fixed series are always instantly popular. So, you know, they're here to stay, and it's just, it just seems very popular with the community. Here's the new biggie though for this build, is a brand new iRacing forum, and this is not just a dark mode or, you know, a little rear. This is a new forum, new software, ground up. It's been something the community have asked for a long time, because this is mobile friendly. Before, it was, if you weren't on a desktop, it wasn't a very good experience trying to read it. I never used to bother, so I might actually dip into the forums a little bit more often now. They're always interesting, some great topics of conversation on there. This is the first release, so, you know, this isn't representative of probably what they're going to end up with once we get the community feedback on board, and there's going to be a lot of feedback. You know, as with anything, half the people love it, half the people won't, but hopefully there'll be some constructive criticism, and iRacing staff will be able to pick that out and adjust things as we go along. But it's nice to see that they've given it this, you know, given us a new forum. They have listened to about being mobile friendly. It's a start. How good it's going to be, who knows? That's going to be a work in progress over the next few years, I suspect. Bit more there. So on to AI. As you know, every build you always see AI improvements. They always give the AI a makeover. They're using the data from the all the races that we do. They take community feedback, so they improve the algorithms. The AI get better and better with each build. It is a noticeable step forward as well. They really are. They actually are very good to race. It's a bit complicated to set up with sliders with minimum and maximum skill levels like that. I think they could simplify that down a little bit. Just let's have an overall skill slider. So sometimes it can take a little bit of trial and error to find something that suits you. You know, I find things like Automobilista, they have just a general one. They have a skill and an aggression slider. You can usually get the aggression to one setting, and that's it across all cars, all tracks. And you just up and down the skill a little bit. And you've got Race Room with its adaptive AI. Again, it does take a little bit of work. You have to build up a back catalogue of races, but I find that works really well once they've learned about you and your style. So it might just be that I don't use the AI stuff enough on iRacing. So the more I use it, the more I understand this minimum maximum values. but it's not a deal breaker. It's not the end of the world. Of course, the Porsche is going to be added to the new AI lineup. We've got, oh crikey, it's about 7 or 8 GT3 cars now. Some a little older than others, should we say. But you can put together a good field. So it'd be interesting to see the new car. Fantastic that Red Bull Ring is going to be featured in the new AI track roster, because not all cars and tracks are covered by the AI yet. It's something they've been rolling out. They have accelerated that rollout. It was very slow at first, the initial AI rollout, but as the underlying algorithm and technology has stabilized, they've been able to add on new content a lot quicker with each build, which is great to see. So I should be checking out the GT3s around the Red Bull Ring with the AI, that's for sure. This is a nice thing, is to see some of the lower spec oval content being added into AI. They got the big NASCAR, the big Xfinity stuff and all that lot, but it's nice for the lower rank, the rookie drivers, learn a bit of racecraft, get out there, get a feel for what it's like to be in a pack, because you can lap around on your own easy. Anybody can be, you know, quick like that. But when you get into a pack and you get the stress of having a car inches either side of you, you'll get to learn how to hold your line. And if you can learn that in the rookie stuff, learn how to hold your line, understand being in a pack, then that will stand you in good stead and help move you up quicker into the higher ranks. And when you get there, you'll be a lot safer, and your fun level will be a lot higher. So got some new tracks, Lucas Oil Raceways in there. On the roadside, Oran Park, not one of my favourite. Oh, but Alton Park, my favourite UK track, is now going to be on the AI roster. That can you imagine that with the Porsche Cup car? That's a fantastic car to drive. Always feel like you're on the edge. Alton Park with its undulations and dips and oh yeah. Now that's got me excited. That's caught my attention. I will be doing the Porsches around Alton Park for sure. Brilliant. So look, they're going to give the dirt side expanded pathway. They got more of a ladder, more of a field of progression. So everything's been given a makeover. Look, you can see it. All new off-road and rallycross graphics and series, which is nice because, let's say, when it first hit the ground, everybody played it. Everybody was mad for dirt. Then they realised that it was a bit hit and miss. It was a bit pick and mix. It wasn't any progression, any real ladder or feel of any achievement for moving up. Looks like they're going to address that now. Look, they got fixed series, open series, but you're going to be able to start as a rookie and move your way up to the big, because there are some big high profile World Championship events with money and prizes on the line. So it's nice to see that they're going to take the dirt side more seriously, as they've done with the especially the NASCAR, the oval side. That's, there's a clear progression there. Hopefully that'll be a nice uptick and they can bring people back onto the dirt side, because they put a lot of work into it. It'd be nice to see it pay off with great participation. Well, that is it. Please check out the description. I'm going to have a link to the full changelog. Get a cup of coffee, cup of tea. It's going to take a while to read it. I'll also put a couple of links into some of the YouTube videos showing off some of the new content. Always interesting to see. They got one featuring the Porsche Red Bull Ring. Hopefully, with the new build, the new updates, and some more fixed series, Rich over on our Facebook gaming channel, link will be in the description, may do some more live streaming weekday evenings featuring iRacing. We've had some before. He was doing the Ferrari GT3 fixed series, but with the advent of more fixed series where he can just jump in depending on the time slots. So I will definitely be making some videos here on YouTube about the new cars and new content. I'll leave a link to that Facebook gaming page so you can see, check out and find Rich doing some live streaming of iRacing as well. Let me know also in the comments, are you an iRacer? Is this a good build? What new content are you looking forward to? If you're not an iRacer, have you seen anything on here that makes you think, I might just give it a go. I know it's you know, people have their feelings about it. I know it's a subscription model, then you got to pay for the content. I've just got used to it now. I've been on it for 8 years. I've become accustomed to how they work, but you know, I still think I personally get value for money from it. I like the structured way. I know what I'm racing, when I'm racing. It suits me, and it scratches my multiplayer itch. But have you seen anything on here that make you tempted to sign up? If you go to the main iRacing page, there's always deals on for new joiners, new members. I think you can get a month for as little as $5. It can give you a chance to dip your toe in, see what you think. It can be a bit overwhelming at first, and the rookies can be a bit hit and miss, but it does tend to level off as you climb up the ladder. Well, I hope you enjoyed my look at an overview of some of the bigger features, some of the new content coming out. As I say, let me know in the comments what you think of this style of video, what you think of iRacing, the new build. Hopefully, might even see one or two of you on the track. But in the meantime, I'm going to say goodbye. Please remember, race hard, race fair, especially when you're around me, okay? And we'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.